Good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of PITDS Computer Engineering Department, I would like to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Bhavik Hingu, who is going to give the webinar on SQL Fundamentals. Mr. Bhavik has more than 9 years of industry experience, and also he has very vast knowledge of many programming languages. So now, without wasting much time, I am handing over the session to Mr. Bhavik to begin the webinar.
Thank you, Kinari. So, hello everyone, good afternoon. So, I'm having a total 9 years of experience. So, I worked in different technologies and uh, also as front end, back end, okay, and services. Okay, so I'm having good exposure in the very good exposure in .NET technologies mostly. Okay. So today we will going to demonstrate on the SQL fundamentals. Okay, so I will start with some of the fundamentals you should know before you going to start with some integration or self study on the SQL. Okay, so now I'm starting presenting to my screen. Okay. Okay, so we will introduce SQL. Okay, so first of all, how the SQL came into the picture and what's the need of SQL. So most probably everyone should know. Okay, but let's we think about like SQL. Okay, so SQL is nothing but structured query language. It's one of the fundamental building blocks of modern database architecture. SQL defines the method used to create, manipulate relational database and measure platforms. Okay. So right now, initially the DB, how the database is going to manage. Okay, how the initial it will come like normally we are filing, we are storing the data in normal file. After that, it will came to the like Excel. We are managing the data in Excel. After the Excel, it came to the like data access. Okay, access, and after that, there are many more right now platform available to manage our relational database. Okay, but SQL is more preferably the things. Okay, right now people are using. Okay, right now MySQL are also in good scope and some preferable data management, relation database management. But we'll today going to the SQL. Okay, so that is how the data we are managing. Okay, there are many such a way formats are provided. Okay, so we can easily manage our database. Okay, and relation of particular one to many table, many to many table, one to one relationship. Okay, so this is the whole about structure query language. Okay, the correct pronunciation of SQL in continuous issues with the database community. Okay, it is SQL standard that American National Standard Institute declared. Okay, initially it's declared pronunciation as ESQL. Okay, but however, the database professionals have taken to the slang pronunciation as a sequel. Okay, right now also many people in terms of they are telling like a sequel. Okay, but after SQL, how it came? Okay, the SQL came in many flows. Oracle database uses which pronouns proprietary as a PLSQL. Okay, so Microsoft SQL Server makes uses of transact SQL. All the variation are based upon the industry standard and CSQL. Okay, so this is all about the SQL. Okay, like this is not just but simple way I have just explained you like what is SQL. Okay. After that, we will move to the our next fundamental point of this is our first fundamental point, that is SQL command. Okay, so SQL command basically it is we have right now bifurcated. Okay, in major four part. Okay, and all the four part having their own command. Okay, like DDL is a data definition language. Okay, inside the data definition language there are create command, alter command, drop command, rename, truncate, and comment. Okay, these are all command we are considering under the definition language, data definition. DQL, data query language. So whenever we are querying, okay, particular, like fetching the data from the database table, then we are using select statement. Okay. And DML, okay, DML, data manipulation language. Okay. So in data manipulation language, we are bifurcating into that different category commands are there. Okay, insert, update, call, explain, plan, and log table. So these are our command are comes under the DML, data manipulation language. Data control language. Okay, when we want to control our database. Okay, so grant and revoke command is there. Okay, to give the access and take back the access from the user. So just I will show you some syntax of the DDL, DQL, DML, and DCL. How the basic syntax are there. Okay, so let's me open. So uh, DDL, okay, data definition language. Okay, so in DDL, first command is a create command. Okay, so create command basically we are using in many such places. Okay, while creating the table, creating the SP, creating the function, trigger, cursor, anything. Okay, so create is a basic command, but for data definition language, right now I have demonstrated with the create table command. So basic syntax of the create table command is like create table and then whichever the table name you want to give, okay, that name you can provide and such a column that we need that should available in the specific our table. Okay, so that is column. Okay, varchar and varchar data types that we have defined here. So this is create command. After that alter command. Okay, so right now I have given the alter command like alter my table. Okay, if I want to add column. Okay, if I want to by while creating I just missed out like oh this column is needed. After that I want to add column after creating the table, then I should use this particular command alter table. Which table I want to add the column, the table name. Okay, what is the column name you want to give, what should be the data type. Okay, so these are all the things we are such defining while altering. Okay, the table altering. Okay, the alter table and demo 2, this is my table name and the address one that I'm going to add as a new column into my demo 2 table. So likewise, if I want to drop the column from the table demo 2, then I will use this command drop column command with my alter statement. Okay, so this is how. Okay, let me if you let me just execute this command right now. If you can see, there is no such a demo 2 table. Okay, so see there is no demo 2 table. Let me create it. Okay, demo 2 table by using this create command. Okay, so execute. Okay, the command successfully executed. Okay, refresh it. So right now I'm having the table as a demo 2. Okay, if I want right now see the address one column is not present. If I want to add address one column, then I should use this execute this particular command to add new column. Okay, let me refresh it. So that column is being added. Okay, likewise drop also will work same as if I want to drop. If I want to drop particular table, okay, so drop will remove the particular table from my DB. Okay, so if I want to use drop, then use the command as a drop table, then table name. Okay, so likewise truncate. Okay, truncate is command. Okay, truncate table name. So now the comes like what is the different like truncate how it is working. Okay, truncate what is it? This is a physically removing the table. Okay, from the DB. Then it is a truncating. Okay, Same with delete also working the same, but what is the difference between delete and truncate? Okay, so truncate is basically removing the our structures. Okay, like if we have provided some auto ID from auto ID into my specific ID column, then it should start with the one. If I will use the command as a truncate table, but if I am using the delete command, then it will now start from the one if I am having the ID as a auto identity column. Okay, so that is the main major difference that in truncate. Now, if I want to rename my table, okay, so there is one SP, okay, available in uh, while creating the database. This is a SP rename command. Okay, this is how we can execute demo 2 to demo 3. If I want to rename my table, then I should use this particular execution. Okay, execute sp rename and then my actual table name and what should be the table name that is a demo field that I have named. So likewise we can execute the command to rename the table. Okay, so see let me release the rename. So this is how the DDL's command DQL. Okay, DQL is simple select query. Okay, to fetch the data from the database table and the DML. Okay, DML we are considering the basic for insert, update, delete. Okay, I'm not going to deep like okay to execute and show it to you. Okay, so this is how the commands I have written. Okay, merge execution plan also there. Okay, so whenever you are executing the particular uh, uh, queries, okay, and if you want to see the plan, okay, execution plan, estimation execution plan, then you can see by executing the plans. Okay. So here you can see the basic information like how many like cost of CPU, the how the data is fetching, how many rows are there, execution times, okay, number of execution. I'm having simple description of our plan like this way. Okay. Likewise, DCL. Okay, so DCL, if we are working with a different team, okay, like development team, tester team, and support team. Okay, so we need to give some specific access to the specific role. Okay, like a developer role, I want to give only create, write, okay, or execute right, or tester only I want to give some execution rights. Okay, so likewise we can control by creating the role and assigning the rights to that particular role. Okay, so or also we can revoke the access for the specific role, like what are the specific access that we have given, and that if I want to revoke it, then use the revoke command. Okay, so these are all the basic command for DCL related that I have mentioned here. Okay, create role developer. The role will get created in the security, inside the security and role section. Okay, application database role is there. So inside the database role, that particular role will get created. Okay. See developer roles. Okay. Likewise, we can grant specific access to the role. Then also we can allow the like create table to the tester, create table to the execute table to the developer, or likewise these are all the command we can basically focus. Okay, let's move to the now next portion of the slide. Okay. So that is a data type. Okay, so data type right now I have bifurcated with the four major portion. Okay, like we have string data type, integer data type, date time data type, and others. Okay, so in string data type there is a char text and char and text and var binary where binary and image. So based on our requirement from the client or our requirement how we want to build it, to build the database table, likewise we can use the data type. Okay, So each data type having their own capacity. Okay, so based on the capacity, it is allowing you us to store the information against that particular step. How you want to store. Okay, if you want a specific character you want to store, then based on the its capacity we can store the information. Like care is having 1 to 8,000 character capacity, and there is 1 to 4,000 where care. Okay, like and where care, and what are the bytes it's occupying. Okay, 8,000 bytes, and where the max having storage capacity like up to 2 GB data you can store. Likewise, beat teeny integer, okay, big integer, they have their own capacity. Okay, so this all information you will get in SQL sites. Okay, this information as well date time data by. Okay, date time. So if you want to store specific date only, time only, small date time too. Okay, there are various format data type is available for date time to store the information. And binary. Okay, binary, like if you want to store the image, okay, into the DB, then there are different categories of type of storing the image into the DB. Another data type like timestamp, cursor, XML, UI, unique identifier. So this is a basic, okay, basic data types overview. Now we are moving to our next slide as a keys of SQL. So this is a major thing in relationship database, okay, relation database. So how we are creating the table, how we are, which of the column should be the primary key, foreign key relationship we need to manage. Okay, so that is basic thing we should know about the using SQL. Okay, so there are such a basically we are using, these are all the keys. Okay, primary key, foreign key, candidate key, alternate key, composite key, and a super key. So primary key, most probably everyone aware, like primary key is nothing but that is unique throughout the particular table column. Okay, that particular column is unique. Entirely. Okay, so let's give you by first of all we will read this particular definition. Okay, primary key is a column or a group of column in the table that uniquely identify every row in that table. Okay, uniquely identify. So by the primary key you can uniquely identify each row. Okay, in a table. The primary key can't be duplicate. It's not duplicate. Okay. Okay. So not duplicate and can't appear more than once. Okay, in the table, and table cannot have more than one primary key. Okay, 1 minute. Just let me change my headphone. Okay, because my voice is not coming to you clearly. Okay, let me change. Just 1 minute. Hope so. Now it is little bit clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's clear.
Okay, so I just explaining the primary key. Okay, so let me move to my DB, okay, and show it to you like primary key. Okay, so this is my employee table, and employee table having the employee ID as a primary key. So let me edit it. Okay. So see everyone, so this is the primary key. So it is auto ID. So even I'm unable to edit it. Okay. So see that is a unique. If I am trying to insert, okay, let me just show you like how we can right now it is auto ID. Into auto ID. Now see if I'm trying to right now 8 number is already present. Okay, one number is present. Okay, see if I'm trying to update this particular employee ID as one again. Okay, and execute it. See the message will come. Okay, the violation of primary constraint. Okay, cannot insert duplicate key in the object dbo.employee. The duplicate key is 1. Okay, so this will tell if you have defined the such column as a primary key, then it will not allow you to insert a duplicate key. Okay, so likewise it is. Now second is our foreign key. Foreign key is a column that creates a relationship between two tables. Okay. The purpose of foreign key is to maintain data integrity and allow you to navigate between the two different instance of entity. So foreign key, okay. So see, I am having order table having a one foreign key as a product ID. Product ID is a primary key of product master table. Okay. So here I have defined some relationship. So based on relationship, I can fetch the order detail from my order table. Okay. And order table, one more thing that foreign key having like allowing one time null value. Okay. So if I am trying to insert a record with null, okay, then see, okay. So it is allowing me to single time null value. Okay. So that is one thing you should know about foreign key. Okay. After that, candidate key. Candidate key is a set of attributes that uniquely identify tuples in a table. The candidate key is a super key with no repeated attribute. Okay. So here I have given the example. Okay, employee ID and Aadhaar number individually can maintain uniqueness. Okay. So primary keys, we can identify the particular record in a unique way. Okay, primary key is okay, but apart from primary key, also there are many more columns in right now our table. I have Aadhaar number. Okay, so through Aadhaar number also I can identify the record uniquely. Okay, so both primary key as well as Aadhaar number both are called as a candidate key. Okay, so that is candidate key. Now alternate key. Alternate key is a column or group of column in the table that uniquely identify every row in the table that you did not choose as the primary key column. Okay, so now here I given Aadhaar number is a alternate key. Yeah, alternate key. Okay, so in my table also like see apart from primary key which is the column that I can identify the record uniquely, so that is Aadhaar number. Okay, so Aadhaar number is nothing but as an alternate key. Okay, composite key. Okay, so an artificial key which aims to uniquely identify each record is called surrogate key. Okay, this kind of key are unique because they are created when you don't have any major primary key. Example, if the table do have a single column that qualifies for candidate key, the, the, you have select two or more columns to make the row unique. So here I have given example like I have one table. Okay, like in the table, basically the whatever the salary calculation or salary paid to the employee, that data is getting stored. Okay, so how we are storing the data? So employee with his which month, okay, year, okay, month, year, employee ID. So for employee number 1, month January and 2020. So if I want to pay that particular employee a salary, then this particular table will get impacted. Okay, so this particular table having this kind of record: employee ID, employee salary, okay, and month and year. So this employee ID, month and year, with combined we are finding record uniquely in the table. Okay, so employee ID is one, okay, and then employee ID is the EMP. One is my employee ID, and then his month is a Jan, and year 2020. So by combining of three column, if you can find particular record uniquely from the table, then that is called a composite. Okay. Now super key. Super key is a group of single or multiple keys which identify row in table, like employee ID plus employee name. That is called super. Okay. So these are all the key we have explained so far. Okay. Now this is very actually useful in our, and it is now, if we are even developing any application, then if we are following some architecture, entity framework, or other architecture, then relationship, we should define proper relationship with the table. Okay, so that is why it is needed to understand. Okay, so now we are moving further with our joins. Okay, so we have joins, okay, in SQL. Okay, so joins will help us to get and fetch the data based on our need. Okay, we have defined some primary key, foreign key, and we, based on that primary key, foreign key relationship, we will join the data and fetch the data from the table. Okay, so first join is the inner join. Okay, inner join is like I am, okay, match data. Okay, is as well as common data. The common, it's present in both the table, that data will list out in how it will do. Left join the match data that is available in table B as well as in table A. Okay, and left table data, all left table data will come to the in left join. Right join is a reverse left join. Okay, full outer join is like all the data from table A and table B come into the full outer join, as well as match data and left table, right table, both the data in full outer join will come. Self join. Okay, self join. Sometime like I will show you in example. Same table if we, okay, same table. If I have table X and if I want to join the same table, then we will go with the self join. Self join is nothing but as the inner join only, but we are joining with the same table. That is okay. So let me just show you the syntax of the joins. So here is the inner join example. Okay. So order master table, I have inner join. Okay. Select star from. Okay. Select from star. Then we will retrieve the both the data. Okay. Order table data and master product master table data. Okay. From the what order master table, and I'm inner joining that order master table with my product master. Okay. So we know, right, here product master as a in product ID as a primary key of product master, foreign key available of product master as a product ID in an order master table. So likewise we can join. Okay, inner join, here you can see here the data based on inner join will come. Okay, so how it will add the data, four records. So If it is available in both the table, then only it will fetch. Okay. If I will execute the left join, the left data and match data in the both table will come. Okay. So left data. So see here you can get null record. Okay. Because it is not available in our right table. Right table is nothing but our product master table, but it's available in order table. So that's why it's came in the left join. But if you will execute the right join, the data is come to the which are the table data available in right, and left table data will come as a null. Okay. Likewise, left join, right join will work. Full outer join will fetch the data from the both the table. Is here is I have written full outer join. Right join here I have written, and which are the key we are using for as a relationship like the product ID. Okay. Then self join. Self join I will give you a deep example. Okay, like employee table. Okay, employee table having a manager ID. Okay, so here you can see this is a table. Okay, one or two employee ID number one and employee ID number two. Who is the manager of employee ID one and two is a three. Okay, and who is the manager of three and four? It is a five. And who is the manager of five and six? Okay, likewise we have defined the manager ID. Some of them do not have any manager ID, then they are manager. Okay, so likewise this is a relation. Now if I want to see like Satish is the employee, the manager is Nilesh. Okay, so now if I want to get that kind of detail, then what is the join I should use? That is a self join. Okay, so here you can see select b dot name and as employee and a dot name as a manager. Employee table I am joining with an employee table only. Okay, but I have created one object of my employee table a and b. Okay, and I'm joining with that id, employee id with manager id. Okay, if you see, if I will execute this one, then Satish and Nitish manager is Nilesh, and Nilesh Shaurish manager is a Jignesh. Okay, and Jignesh manager is a Mukesh. Likewise, you can fetch data with the self join. Okay, so likewise in self join, okay, also you can see if some of the data, who is the manager that don't, who is the employee that don't have any manager, they are at the top. Okay, so here you can execute this particular sp, this particular query to get that information, like Mukesh, Kamlesh and Amish, they do not have any super manager of them. Okay, they are managers, but they don't have any manager on top. Likewise, self join will work. Okay, so let's move to the next topic after joins. Some of the operators that is most probably you all aware. Okay, but just for fundamental point, just I am covering this particular topic as overview. Okay, union all. Okay, that is operator. Okay, exist not exist operator, and or not operator, like operator, in operator, between operator. Okay, some of the SQL operators are there. Okay, like arithmetic, bitwise, also we are considering as operator. Then statement is the case statement, where close, having close. Okay, let me see first with the syntax and how we are using those operators. Okay, so see here, I have one table as a CT, a customer table, and supplier table having the CT column. Okay, so customer table having cities as Ahmedabad, Vadodara, and Anand. If I'm and the support supplier table also having the cities. Okay, So here you can see both the table having one Vadodara as a common name in both the table. Okay, if I'm unioning all if I'm union with both the query, then what is the result will come? So see, it is automatically managed. It's remove that particular word from both the table. It's find that Vadodara is common in both the table. Then it fetch only one time. And union all will not do anything, and both the data from the table 1 as well as table 2, your customer table as well as supplier table, both the data will return. Okay, if it is unique or not unique. Okay, see for the two times. Okay, so likewise union and union all exist and not exist. Okay, sometimes if you want to find the record, if not exists in the table X, then you can use where clause which exists and where clause which not exist. So likewise, okay, and or not. Okay, sometime multiple condition. If you want to change country is equal to this and city is equal to this. Likewise, and data will come. Okay, or will come. I want to get the country as a Baruch or city as a Surat or country as a Baruch and country as a whatever it is. Okay, based on our need, we can use and or not. Okay, sometimes not country Baruch. Likewise, we can like query. Okay, like query have many more formats available. So this is a like percentage name. So it will find the particular a in the whole the column in any place. Okay, if it is a first place, second place, if underscore is a one format, the second one is a, then it will has the data. Okay, second one is second character should be a, and rest of the characters should be anything. Okay, likewise, like operator is there. Between operator, between we are using many cases like if a date, okay, from date and date, okay, between that particular date, if we want to fetch the data from the table, then we will use this particular between, as well as some age, okay, like 100 to 50 to 70 age data we want to fetch from the table, like then between we will use. Okay, not in operators are there. Okay, in we are mostly using like this way, as well as we can here also use subqueries in. Okay, so in operator is there, not in operator we can use SQL operators are there. Okay, arithmetic bitwise comparison. So this one we will like come to know in basic practice. Okay, like how we are actually using this. Okay, so group by is there. Okay, group by in my particular table. Okay, I want to group that particular employee, like I want to check like in particular Vadodara city how many employees are there, Ahmedabad how many employees are there. Okay, by count I want to check like in, so then I will use like select count. Okay, then city from employee, group by city. Okay, then it will give me the count by city. Okay, so two record is present, they don't have mentioned the city name. Okay, so one employee from Ahmedabad, three from Surat, two from Baroda. Likewise, will grouping the record based on our which column we want to group. Okay, by which column we want to group. Okay, then after if I want to count like how many is like about to, okay, about to more than two record from the particular cities. Okay, that only record if I want to fetch, then having is a one clause. Okay, but having always we are using with a group by only. Okay, so likewise more than two employee. Okay, more than two employee up in particular city. Okay, likewise I want to fetch the record, then only Surat will come. Okay, because all other city having only two. Okay, likewise having is a close case statement. Okay, case like saying we are in other language also we are using case statement. Case, then when for my condition, after my condition, then this else this. Okay, likewise we can use case condition in our query as well. The top is also one. we can use with a select operator to fetch the top record from the table. Okay, like here we can define the number like top 10, top 2. Okay. So this is basic of operators over it. Okay, now we'll move fast with our next, that is store procedure. Okay, and function. So store procedure function we are using much in our regular uh, integration with our database, because this is like one executable things. Okay, a store procedure is a SQL, is a type of code in SQL that can be stored for a later use. Okay, so multiple select statement, we can select statement as well as update statement, delete statement, or other statement we can use in a store procedure. Okay, function only select. Okay, select statement. Normally we are using other statements are not supported by function. Okay, function is like some of our needs. Okay, then we are using function. Okay, basic, what is the difference between both? Okay, so the function is must return a value, but in stored procedure it's optional. Okay, it's written or it's not. Okay, even a procedure can return zero or an value. Okay, the function can have only input parameter. Okay, while calling the function we are passing only input parameter. Okay, there is no such a way that we can use out parameter or output parameter, but in store procedure it's having both the things. Okay, input as well as output parameter. Function can be called from procedure, whereas procedure can't be called from function. Okay, so other more are uh, uh, differences of both. Okay, but we will fast move with our practical things. Okay, how we are actually creating the store procedure and how we are actually creating the function. Okay, so let me open this. So this is a C. I have created one store procedure. Okay, so store procedure, how you can create a store procedure. Okay, so this is my database company DB. Okay, in the company DB, there is a programmability. Inside we have store procedure folder as well as function folder. Okay, so in store procedure folder you can just right click new and store procedure. You can create a store procedure. Okay, or what are the created store procedure you can see in this particular folder, as well as function. Okay, function also you can include here. Okay, if you are create, but some inbuilt functions are also available, table level. Okay, scalar, aggregate functions existing. Okay, some system functions are also there. Okay, system function, aggregate function, you can average, check some count. Okay, there are many more bifurcation as they're available. Okay, string function, split function, char function, lowercase, uppercase, that there are all the function that is inbuilt function in SQL. Okay, that you can have, but if you want to create your own function, then also we can create. Okay, so right now see, this is the simple that SP that I have created here. Like while creating, what we'll do is just create procedure, then our procedure name. Okay, what are the parameter we want to pass to the SP, that we can provide here. After as begin and end the statement between, you can write anything. Okay, like our select statement, insert statement, update statement, or delete statement. Okay, so this is simple store procedure I have created, that is expecting one parameter, that is the ID. Okay, and it will return the data based on the ID. Okay, whatever the ID. So there is a way that how we can execute the SP. So this is the first way I'm showing, like one. Okay, I'm passing here one, and if I want to check, like employee, get employee by data by ID. Okay, see, here I'm executing now. So see, the data will list out here. Okay, so likewise, if this is the one way. Second way is like if I want to execute, then execute is a one command execute then my store procedure name, and then we can pass here one. So here we will get the data of our employee ID is equal to 1. Okay, so this is a SP. Okay, so SP is a basic format. Okay, that we are using. Okay, to create procedure, and then likewise I just explained. Okay, so this is how we are creating the SP. Okay, so now moving next to our function. Okay, so I have created one function. Okay, so that function, how it is getting the data. Okay, let me modify this function. Okay, so this is my function. Okay, so create function, then function name and parameter data type. Okay, it will return table. Okay, so here my select statement. Okay, so which type of data I want from the table. Okay, so this is my product master table, safety stock level. So I'm maintaining some stock level, and based on stock level I want to set the data, how many products are in my product master table having stock level 100%, 100. Okay, 100%. So by that this function will execute and give me the information of my needs. Okay, like see, this is function, how we are calling the function. Okay, the SP is how we are executing the SP in our SQL, and how we are executing the function like select, start from, then my function name, then the what is the parameter of. Okay, so likewise the function is getting executed. Okay, so these are on the product having safety stock level 100. Okay, stock level 100 or greater than 100, greater than equal to 100. Okay, so if you want to see the table product master, see here safety level 1, 2 and 3 is having the safety stock level above 100. So this is my function, it's giving the same result. Okay, okay, so that is store procedure function. Okay, and we have some way then where we will use a function, where we will use store procedure. Okay, that is also we know. Okay, now we are moving with the trigger and cursor. Okay, so a trigger and cursor, when we will use a trigger, when we will use cursor. Okay, they are both independently working. Okay, there is no any correlation between. Okay, but trigger, okay, like trigger is like whenever we are some inserts and are happening to the particular table, update, delete, which are all the statement. Okay, DML statement, any DML statement, insert, update, delete, DML statement we are executing, and on the action of that statement, if you want to perform any such action, okay, then we will use a trigger. Okay, so we will move fast with our practical video here. So one trigger that I have already created in our uh, product master table. Okay, this is my trigger. Okay, let me modify it. Sorry. So insert and delete. Okay, so this trigger will perform on my insert and delete. Whenever I'm inserting anything into this particular product master, then this action will get executed, and it will insert the data into my product audit table. Okay, so how the syntax is. Okay, so create trigger name. Okay, on which table, matlab which table you want to give after, and then provide your which are all the command you want to execute your trigger. Okay, insert and delete, that is my command. Okay, both command I want to execute trigger. Then the begin and end, inside the begin and end my statement. Okay, inserting into the audit table, select what I want to insert. Okay, that is from I will get here. Okay, that is from I nothing but as my product table. Okay, and I'm inserting that product ID as well as my comment into the table. Okay, and while deleting also I am passing the information as a product ID and my comment. Okay, so how I will come to note like how many times inserts and deletion happen to that particular label by the trigger. Okay, so right now see this is the audit product audit table having the two information on like product 10. Okay, so I can come to know like okay product ID 10 it's get inserted and also it get deleted. Okay, so that is managing some logs. Okay, some high level data if we have into table, then we can manage by the trigger if someone inserting or deleting, so we can track by the trigger. So let me just execute. Okay, how the trigger actually work. Okay, see I'm right now going to insert one record into my product master table. Okay, so let me just insert it. Okay, so it's inside. Okay. Now after insertion, if you will see in my audit table, see 11 product in product ID number 11 get inserted. Okay, so this is basic information I am just storing. Okay, for example point of view, we can store multiple our tracking purpose like other information of home we can store. Okay, so this is for how, and now I'm again deleting that particular record from my product master. Okay. See now, see the product master result. Okay, so how the trick, this is how the way the trigger is help us in our some such cases that we want to control, track the table. Okay, so this is a trigger like practical we come to know like. Okay, now moving to the cursor. Okay, so cursor is nothing but in our normal language is C# as a for loop. Okay, so this is a cursor how it will helpful us in a looping in our SQL. Okay, like row by row we want to fetch data from the table row by row, and row by row if you want to some perform the action into the table, then we can use a cursor. Okay, so cursor also I am having you one example. Okay, let's open it. So this is the cursor. Okay, I have created. Okay, so first of all declare the cursor. Okay, declare the this is a declare, then my cursor name. Okay, cursor for. Okay, for means from which our data set. Okay, in for loop also we are passing the length. Okay, how many times I want to loop the data. So this is my data set. This particular table having how much record, this many time this loop will execute. Okay, so this is a syntax. Okay, before opening the cursor we are passing our data set, that is nothing but our one table. Okay, after opening cursor it will fetch the data next from the cursor and inserting into one our variable that we have already declared in our top of the screen. Okay, employee ID and employee name. Okay, so likewise what it is doing at while loop, here while loop is getting started. Okay, and one by one the row is getting, this is for example that I have written. Okay, like looping wise it will fetch the data from the table and display. Print statement is nothing but it will display the data. Okay, so this is how. So there is some by declaring the cursor. A cursor is a declared by definition defining the SQL statement. Opening the cursor, we are opening the cursor. Okay, after opening the fetching the cursor. When the cursor is open, row can be fetched from the cursor one by one in a block to the data manipulation. Closing the cursor. In the last you can see I am closing my cursor, opening my cursor, closing my cursor, and immediately fetching the detail from the cursor and looping the cursor. Okay, deallocating the cursor. Finally, the deallocating cursor should be deallocated to delete cursor definition and release all the system. This cursor is some consuming some memory, okay, because it is not one time task. It is continuously how much data it's present into the my table and how many times I want to loop that particular data. It will consume our memory, so we need to deallocate cursor to release our memory from the our system. So this is how it will full execution of cursor. Okay, let me just execute it, deallocating. Okay, this is how. So likewise cursor is getting work. Okay, see employee details. Okay, it is fetching the data. This is just example that I have written. Okay, printing print statement on only, but here we can use insert, update, delete any statement. Okay, in cursor to update the data or something. Okay, based on our need, we are using cursor. Okay, so this is the cursor. Okay, now we are moving to some a statement that is very useful in our regular needs when we are working with the SQL. Okay, so select into statement is there. Okay, select into statement will help pull on like whenever we want to back up the particular table. Okay, so let me directly go with the example. Okay, so if I want to take a backup of my employee table. Okay, so if I'm going to update some major thing, or if I want to curse, if I want to looping that particular employee thing, and before that if I want to take backup of my employee table, then how we will go. Right now if you see, there is no such a table name as a employee backup table. Okay, so how this particular select star into select into will work in select into will work. It will create the table with the same structure that we have with the employee, and automatically the table will get created, as well as the whatever the data is available, whichever the data is present in our employee table, the same data it will copy into my employee backup table. Okay, so let me execute this command and we will see. Okay, so 8 row get affected, and see right now I am going to refresh my tables. Okay, see the backup table is present. Okay, and if you open table, see the table is get backed up. Okay, so this is like whenever we are taking a major action in production database or our critical table, then we are doing some. This is a initial step to take backup. Okay, so this is that's why I have included in our fundamental one. Okay. Second is select insert into select. Okay, insert into select. That is also one statement, and insert into select will help us in fetching the table. That table is already present, and okay, and I'm fetching the data from the one table and inserting into another table. Okay, but for here, like one thing is we should know like the column should match. Okay, column should match, data type should match, then only we can perform this action. Okay, so from vendor table I want to fetch the vendor id 7, and vendor id 7 if I want to insert into the employee table, then I will execute this command, and that vendor from vendor table, the seventh number record will get inserted into my employee table. So this is a syntax, insert into select. Okay. So let me move fast. We have okay. So common table expression, that is also we are very much in some of the cases like some common inner joins are there, and that inner joins, okay, particular two table joins are we are using in multiple places. Okay, so instead of that multiple places we are using, we will what we'll do, we will create a one common table expression, and that common table expression we will use in our further uh, SPs. Okay, So this is how I will share this PPT files to you people. Then you can share further with your student. And if any queries, then you can tell me now, and you can take 10 minutes. Otherwise, we can cover it through our mail or some other.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for giving this webinar. And this webinar is really very informative for our students.
Yes.
Due to time limitations, I'm ending the session.
Okay.
So, if students have any query, they can message me and I will forward it to. So, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.